Many people have developed an interest in homesteading and self-sufficiency in recent years as they look for a more sustainable and independent way of living. Homesteading entails using sustainable energy sources, cultivating your own food, keeping livestock, and living off the land. Being self-sufficient is being able to meet one's essential requirements, such as food, water, shelter, and energy, on one's own. In this video, we're going to talk about the top 10 off-grid locations for homesteading and self-sufficiency. 10. Maine. Off-grid life is permitted by state laws and zoning. Land costs are affordable, population densities and crime rates are low in the state's non-touristy and rural regions. Natural resources like water, rock, and timber are frequently found in enormous abundance. Although the growing season is short compared to several regions in the Midwest and the South, crop yield could be boosted by growing crops in greenhouses and indoors. 9. Texas. One excellent argument to choose Texas for an off-grid homestead is the low cost of land in the state's isolated areas. The majority of the state's regions have extended growing seasons, and there is a plentiful supply of rock and lumber for construction. Avoid buying land in dry locations since you'll likely struggle to find water and have fewer options for hunting and fishing. 8. Montana. If you don't mind the cold, Montana might be the ideal place for off-the-grid living. The state laws support an independent way of life, the property is affordable, and population density is not a problem. The state's cost of living and crime rate are both positive. Although it doesn't have as long of a growing season as some of the other great states for off-grid living, it does have excellent meadows and prairies for rearing animals. It's advised to construct a greenhouse to lengthen the growing season. The windy climate of the state should be excellent for deploying wind turbines as a substitute for other forms of energy. 7. Ohio. Ohio frequently does not appear at all on lists of the best places to live off-grid for some strange reason. The southern part of the state is characterized by low property taxes, low rates of crime, a very low cost of living, and an abundance of natural resources. Some counties don't even have any zoning regulations or permit agency. For most crops, the growing season lasts from late May until end of October. 6. Tennessee. Tennessee has incredibly low property rates. The expense of living in rural areas are unquestionably reasonable. There are many options for hunting and fishing, and there are plenty of natural resources. All areas of the state have a long enough growing season, and the climate is typically pleasant all year. The state has some of the nation's laxest regulations regarding the sharing of raw milk herds and the gathering of rainwater. Well, do you like what you're seeing so far? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep watching because you don't want to miss what we have at the number 1 spot. 5. Arizona. The northern portions of the state have a warm climate and a greater abundance of trees. Although the cost of land is reasonable in this area, access to water will probably still be a problem. It will be essential to drill a well, purchase property with a natural spring that can be dug into a long-lasting pond, or transport water to your property. Long growing seasons and year-round sunshine should be sufficient to run a solar energy system. 4. Vermont. Another ideal state for off-grid living is Vermont. There is a lot of cheap land available. Rock and lumber for construction, as well as water, are easily accessible. In most counties, there are resources accessible and zoning that allows for off-grid living. Once more, avoid the bigger cities and towns in search of regions where life off the grid is more acceptable. 3. Missouri. Off-grid living is not only entirely legal and not subject to any restrictions, but Missouri even promotes the independent way of life. Septic systems are not necessary in homes within the state, and residents are free to collect rainwater without hindrance. On the majority of Missouri properties, natural resources are easily accessible for constructing a house and other buildings. The majority of the state's land is suitable for farming and grazing. 2. Oregon. Natural resources of high quality are easily accessible in the state's western portion and in the Cascade Mountain area. The area offers excellent hunting and fishing opportunities. Taxes and property values are reasonably priced. The Cascade Mountain region also has many parcels of land with high-quality timber. Those who prefer to live off the grid seem to be welcome in this great state. 1. North Carolina. The state's non-coastal areas offer high-quality land. One of the primary factors that makes it attractive for land buyers is their affordability. Compared to coastal properties, land prices in the state's interior tend to be more affordable while still offering excellent value for money. This makes North Carolina an attractive option for individuals looking to purchase land for development, farming, or recreational purposes. The Saluda and Black Mountain region are experiencing a noticeable increase in the size of the prepping and homesteading group. Prepper Camp, a 3-day practical homesteading and survival program, is held in September each year. So that's it for today's video. What do you think of the #1 spot? Hit us up in the comments and let's chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for our channel so you never miss what's coming next from us. Thanks for watching.